And then we're finished with these potato puddings that we started out earlier today with. And we have them in the oven for probably like, I would say, 2 hours and some change, right? Because I like them to be well baked, but not over baked to the point where the crust becomes too hard on the pudding and all types of stuff like that. So, with these two sweet potato puddings, we did the entire process right here on this live, right? And to start from scratch, we use sweet potatoes, we use white yam, cassava, um, I think we use cocoa, we use uh, dry coconuts, sugar, right? A little bit of flour, cornmeal, raisins, a pinch of salt, vanilla extract, nutmeg, cinnamon sticks that we use with our grater. And that's the process. So this one is the old traditional way we bake these potato puddings, right? And how do you know when your potato puddings are finished baking? It's very simple, right? Now your potato puddings are very solid. They're very thick and heavy food. Because they're thick and solid, it's going to hold heat for a while. It's going to hold the heat from the oven for a long while before it cools off completely. You understand? But understand this. Once your sweet potato pudding cools, guess what? It's going to become harder than it is. You have to remember this. Write it down. Once your potato pudding cools, your sweet potato pudding cools, it's going to become harder. Right? If you cannot remember, just write it down. Why does it become harder? Because of the ingredients in there. Remember, it's a lot of root food, dry coconuts, cornmeal, flour. It's a heavy filling. It's very filling food. You know what I'm saying? So, when you look, I just took these out of the oven, so these are done. Right? So when you look at your top of your sweet potato pudding, right, you see that nice brown crust that you got. This one we didn't blend. We grated all the ingredients, okay? So that's why you have that nice looking color right there. Nice brown crust. And what you're looking at, these black spots are raisins. Dried raisins, right? It's filled with raisins. Both of them, okay? Same thing with this next one over here. Same. How do you know when it's baked? You see how I'm pushing the fork against it and it's kind of sinking a little bit? In about next few minutes, I won't be able to do this with a fork. Why? Because it's going to become harder than it is. So, when you see it in the oven, how do you know when it's baked? You use a fork or some type of baking apparatus, preferably a fork, and you stick it into the sweet potato. Stick it in there. Simple. Pull it up, and you'll see that it's baked. Okay? If you don't believe your fork or whatever apparatus you have, all you have to do is kind of slightly stick it in the sweet potato, open it like so, and obviously you will see now for yourself that it's baked. Because a lot of people don't believe their fork. Where's mine? I believe my fork, okay? And I've been doing this for years, so it's experience also. I know it's baked. As you can see, it's getting harder. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't store this in the refrigerator until it gets completely cool. That's when you put it in the fridge. And it's going to get harder when you put it in the fridge. You can store your sweet potato pudding at room temperature. Right? You just have to seal it that there's no ants, right? Or any type of insects that may crawl in there. Flies, roaches, whatever you have in your house. I love sweet potato pie. This is sweet potato pudding, not pie. You know what I'm saying? He always been a fan of sweet potato fries. Okay, that's a whole different thing. You're talking about Irish potato fries. That's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? You can store it outside, but make sure it's in a sealed container at room temperature. Right? As a matter of fact, some people prefer having their sweet potato pudding kept at room temperature, right? Versus in the refrigerator. Because they don't like it when it's too cold. I know some people are like that, okay? And some people like myself, I don't care if it's in the fridge or not. You know what I'm saying? All I need is a solid slice of sweet potato puddings to enjoy, fill my stomach, and just relax. So you can see that this pudding is not a quick make. We started this around 5:30 or after 5 or 4, whatever. And now it's 7, almost 8 o'clock. Between doing the ingredients, putting in the oven to bake, and finishing it, probably 2.5, 3 hours really. You know what I'm saying? And that's it right there. Smells very good. The entire kitchen is smelly with this pudding scent, and probably everywhere in the house smells like sweet potato pudding. But it's a very nice smell, bouncing off that vanilla, that nutmeg that's in there, and all these other flavors that we have inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing here. And you notice you can take it out off the baking pan very soon, and that's as a result of the butter that we put in there before we started to put the ingredients in the pan. You know what I'm saying? I could just hold this and just flip it out. Yeah, you can just flip it out and just like that. You see that? Look at that. See it? That's it. But we're gonna keep it in there. It's baked. If it wasn't baked, it would just tear apart. It's kind of hot. You can see the steam peeling off the back when I took it out the pan just now. It's probably the same thing for the next one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it cool some more and come together as it should. You see that? Look at that. Look at the back. You see how beautiful it is? It's nice. It's falling apart, yeah? Because it's still hot. So we're gonna put it back in there, let it cool down and become a solid stick together paste. And then we could store it however we want. Okay, and take it to the owners, right? And they will enjoy these sweet potato puddings that took me so long to make. Okay? So now that you've seen how sweet potato puddings are made, it's up to you to go out and make your own sweet potato pudding that you can enjoy forever and ever. Amen. Okay? You can do it. Sweet potato pudding, very nice. Okay, it's very filling. You'll enjoy it. You're gonna love it. Believe me. The recipe is always gonna be there of the entire process, and we started it earlier. All right, all the recipe and the ingredients is right there on the YouTube. You can go watch it. Okay. Make some for your kids, your grandkids, and if you have a spouse that pay bills on time, you can make them some. If they don't pay bills on time, don't make them none. I put yellow yams. Don't say it. I put yellow yams in mine. Yeah, I put white yam in this. I miss it. Okay, butterfly, if you miss it, it's on YouTube. You can catch the entire process on YouTube, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So you won't miss it no more. Big D, thanks for the fun. What's going on? Yeah, that's it. Pudding. Time goes forward tonight. Yeah, it goes fast. Time goes fast. So that's it for that. So in the meantime, in between time, we're working on, so this is it for the pudding, right? We're finished with this for the day. Well, we have a next project that we're working on that's going to come to a close in probably an hour and a half before bed tonight, right? So this is how we're going to do it. Let me show you what's going on over here first. So this is the deal right here. You see what we got right here? We got some drops. This is drops in the making, okay? It's going to boil down, boil all the way down to a syrup paste. Okay, we got the sugar in there. Okay, that's the coconut that we cut up. Okay, what else we got? Ginger, you can smell it. This is cinnamon leaves. We got cinnamon leaves, and we also got cinnamon sticks in it, okay? That's it. This is your drops, Jamaican drops. And you're gonna enjoy your drops. Made from dry coconut, ginger, brown sugar, cinnamon leaf, right? Cinnamon stick, and that's it. Very simple, nice Jamaican pastry. You can enjoy it, okay? We're gonna let it boil all the way down. But guess what? This takes a long while to boil all the way down. So guess what? When it gets to the point to where I'm gonna pick it out the pot and start dropping it, then I'll probably come back live then. But as of right now, I just gotta let it boil, okay? That's it. This is a drop right here that we started working on also. But we're gonna let it boil down to a paste. And when I'm ready to drop it, I'll go back live and drop it so you can see how it's done. My dog wouldn't. Okay. This person right here. There you go. I'd user from channel. There you go. So now you don't have to see it. You understand? That's it. That is it right there. Okay, your drops. You see Jamaican drops. You see that? Coconut, ginger, right? Cinnamon leaves. And we're gonna boil it down to a paste. And it has brown sugar. We're gonna boil it down to a paste. And then when I'm getting ready to drop it, do you have ginger in it? Yes, there's ginger in it. When I get ready to drop it on foil paper, then I'll come back and do another live, okay? That's just the way it is. Okay, so stay safe, my people, and catch you later on the next live stream. Have fun, one love out there, okay? Peace out. One love, stay safe.